I grew up going to church on a regular basis with my mom, my uncle, and for me it was kind of like a forced thing. Communion, confirmation, memorize every book of the Bible kind of thing. And for me, I pulled away from that. In 2012, we were at our darkest time, struggling with addiction and alcoholism. At that point, my prayers looked like, God, kill me now. I didn't want to wake up in the morning, just kill me in my sleep. And every day I woke up, I was still there. So I didn't believe in God. I didn't believe in Jesus. Like if this is who I am and this is what I'm going to be, what is God doing for me? October 24th, 2012 is when I believe God heard my soul cry, like through silent prayers. And I woke up October 25th and didn't want to drink or didn't want to drug anymore, but I didn't know how not to. And Gary at the time was already in recovery, so I feel like God had worked through him in my life and showed me where to go. It had led us to a 12-step program. And, I always say God led me there unknowingly, but then this program led me to God. From there, I was able to build this relationship spiritually with a higher power greater than myself. 7 years, we haven't drank, we haven't drugged. Our life just is amazing.
I grew up with a belief in God. My grandmother was a Eucharist minister at our church, and we'd go to church every Sunday. And as a young kid, you didn't really. It was kind of boring for us, But I did always have a belief based on what other people told me about God. I never really had my own belief. I found my belief in God through my darkest moment. I found God and the relationship we have today in a jail cell. I was locked up in jail for 3 weeks waiting a bed for a halfway house. I was in all kinds of legal problems. So my solution is the drugs and alcohol, that was gone, and I was stuck in this jail cell. And this is the truth, and it gives me chills to this day. But right before I was waiting for that bed to be available. And right before that bed was available, I remember they locked us out for breakfast. We did our breakfast, and then they locked us back in this cage, this jail cell. And I remember hitting my knees and telling them, God, I can't do this anymore. I need your help. If you can make this bed available at this halfway house so I could get on with my journey, I'll do anything in my power to follow you. And it was not even a second later, and the cell clicked open, and they said, Kataya, pack your bags, your bed's available. And that's where my journey started, like literally, that's where my relationship, where I knew, because you want to see a tangible God, like people want to touch some things to believe it's real. And I felt it that day. And I looked up, and I still to this day, from that day forward, I haven't looked back, and I rely on him. I invite him in on my daily activities. And, I need God in my life. I know that, because when I try to run the show, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I believe that he nonstop seeked us out. I know now in the clarity that I have that, that he was always there. And I catch so much comfort in God and knowing that Jesus saved me way more than drugs or alcohol ever did, and I praise God for that every day.